Hi everyone, welcome to Virgo season. So we just came out of Leo where we were really focused on ourselves and celebrating and having fun. And now we are coming into Virgo, which is where we serve. We are coming from a place of really feeling charged with that energy, of feeling charged with this passion and this drive, feeling centered in ourselves, like we took the time to focus on us and celebrate. And now we are ready to show up for other people. And Virgo is an earth sign. So Virgo is really focused on the physical and on solving problems. So getting down to the root, seeing what is wrong at the very base of things in order to fix that and heal that, and then go from there in order to build something better after fixing the very base problem. Virgo is ruled by Chiron, and Chiron is the wounded healer. So Virgo has experienced these things, has experienced these problems, and knows how to heal them. Also, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is all about communication. So Virgo knows how to express these ideas and express exactly what is wrong and come up with a plan of how to fix it. So, as we are coming into this energy, it is very represented by, summer coming to an end, if we've been on vacation and having fun, really getting back to business and focusing on the things that we need to do and the role that we need to play and how we serve the whole community. And it's interesting, if you do look at the energies throughout the year, how they show up in the way that our calendar is set up. These energies are influencing us, whether we recognize them or not. And I think it is beneficial to recognize them, because that way we don't feel crazy as we shift with these energies. We know that it is really the universe that is pulling us into these new phases, into these new ways of experiencing our life and ourselves, because that is just how energy works. So it is not that we are, changing into different people all of the time. We can hold the truth of ourselves, and also go with this flow. And that is something that we all need to learn to do. That is why I point out these energies as they shift, because when we allow ourselves to flow with them, which is counter to what we're taught, we are taught to hold on to our own individual identity, to always show up as the same person, and that if we don't do that, then something is wrong with us. That means that we don't know ourselves, or that we are that there's something wrong if we are different from day to day. Really, that is part of us shifting with these energies and going with this flow. That is our feminine energy. Our feminine energy goes with the flow. Our feminine energy feels these shifts and says, okay, now it's time for this. Let's go this way. Our society is so based in this masculine energy, in this being consistent, that we forget to go with this flow. That we feel like there's something wrong with us if we do go with it. So that's why I call attention to it. And of course, feminine energy is represented by the moon, which goes through phases. It's receptive to these phases. And it also is in charge of pulling the tide, right? It is in charge of this up and down flow. That part of us needs to be embraced. And that is what this awakening time is all about. That is what the breaking down of the physical structures and knowing that they are not always constant, that there are things that can change, and we need to be able to roll with those changes. That is what this awakening time is all about. It is about embracing the feminine within all of us. Masculine energy is represented by the sun, and of course, the sun rises and sets consistently every day. And that is a part of us too, but that is not all of us. So, that is why I call attention to these energies, that we can know that we are not crazy if we feel like suddenly we're being pulled in a different direction than we were yesterday. That is the energy. If we allow ourselves to be receptive to it, then we will change. Then we will not always be the same. And that does not mean that we are crazy. And that does not mean that there is something wrong with us. That means that we are experiencing life as a part of a whole rather than just being stuck in our own individual identity that we are clinging to. The other thing I wanted to point out is that Neptune is still in retrograde in Pisces, and that is the opposing energy of Virgo. So opposed to Virgo is Pisces. And Pisces is all about faith and imagination and really figuring out the difference between illusion and intuition. So as Neptune is in retrograde, we are learning all of these things, and now we are in Virgo season, which is going to help balance that out. So Virgo is going to call us to kind of put barriers on this river of imagination and faith and flow. Virgo is going to direct it, to direct that imagination, which is our source of creativity. What we can imagine, we can then put into action and create. And Virgo pulls that imagination out and puts boundaries on it and says, let's take that imagination this way. Let's figure out how to solve a problem using this imagination, and let's bring some logic to it, and let's act, because the earth signs are all about really building and creating, and we can get stuck in this Pisces imagining. We can just want to float on that river of really dreaming and feeling like the current is taking us somewhere. But we need to also add some structure to it, and that is that feminine and masculine balance, and Virgo is more masculine. Virgo is going to want us to put some boundaries and some consistency on that flow and on that imagination. So this is a really good time to balance that and to take action on these things that we've been dreaming about, and to really do it in a logical and practical way. So that is what is happening right now. These are the energies that we are feeling right now. And you will see, if you are following the flow and staying in the flow and allowing yourself to be pulled by these energies, that you will probably shift into service, because that's what Virgo is all about, into serving. So much love to everyone. Bye.